It is a new day, it is a new week, and my Lord, I think we looked at our week after game week one, we looked at the league table. I do not want to look at the league table right now.
Oh my God!
But I think we should. I think we should see just like make it a regular thing. Just like I want to make these shows regular. Actually, I want to start a little bit earlier than the today's show. But Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is the new plan to make to have consistent, regular time, regular shows. So all my favorite YouTubers are at the 100K club right now, and I'm like, it's time for us to also grow. It's time for us to grow. Talking about growing, well, very close to another milestone, which is 2K. And if you're not subscribed yet, this is the opportunity for you to just take a second, hit the subscribe button. I promise it won't hurt. It'll only help the channel and the community grow. So big shout out to you for being here. My name is botswanapapi. This is the Football Power Hour. Let's talk about things today. Mamma mia. We got some stuff to talk about.
Bruno Fernandes! It's fair! It's Martial! Just waiting on the back post, surely he'll be found! And scores first! Premier League goal at Old Trafford!
First things first, we gotta do the regular tradition. Let's go to Fabrizio's page, see what's going on. As long as the transfer window is open, we'll always check, especially to see if there's anything about Ugarte, because we want Ugarte. We want him now. We want him yesterday. We want him last week. It's a little bit crazy that when did this saga start? About almost before Copa America. That's when the rumors started. Copa America started, finished. The Premier League started. Went game week 2, and Ugarte is still not here. And we keep on getting the deal is at the final stages. Even the final stages have some final stages, and we're edging closer and closer and closer. But still, until we hear here we go. The suspense will always be there because a deal could break through. We could hear Fabrizio saying, talks have broken down. Oh my goodness, I will cry, I promise, if that happens. Anyway, quick look at, before I look at the Fabrizio, I want to say big shout out to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that is here. Much love and appreciation. To you, Yale, to you, Kenny Fen TV. You can definitely join Kenny. I will post the link in a few. Big up to Shay saying late. Shay is like my boss, Shay.
Get out of here, man!
Oh, man. You know what? I was late. I'll tell you why I was late, Shay. We'll get to this. But because I hate my life, I always try and listen to the post-match press conference. Not just our managers, but I always try and listen to, like, whenever I can, the opposition managers post-match press conference. And I will share what I found out, because you will understand why I was late. Big up to you. Kenny says, we're gonna get to this conversation. We're gonna get to the actual conversation of the show, but let's quickly say, do the vibe check. Lou Man in the building says, Papi, I'm waiting for you as I have delayed my walking. It's gonna be worth it, Lou Man. I promise. Thank you for waiting. Damo in the building says, week 2. Big up to you, Damo. I love your picture, by the way, and welcome to the community, by the way. I always try and make sure that I acknowledge every new face in here, because we're a tight-knit community. We're a good vibes only community. So I really, really, really welcome you warmly to this space. Always feel free to let your thoughts be known, share your ideas, contribute to the discussion in any way that you want and can. Big up to Lou and France saying happy Monday. It is. Mondays are important, guys, because Mondays is like the beginning of a new page in a chapter. If you looked at every week as a little chapter, Monday should always just have like a good clean slate of a new chapter. So if the previous chapter was bad, look at this chapter as like the one that's going to be better, so that the next chapter gets better. And at the end of the year, you're going to have 52 great chapters that have an upward trajectory. So thank you, Luen, for bringing up this. I always appreciate that. Big up to Mark in the buildings. Okay, we're going to get to the conversation, but I want to say shout out to Imran Khan as well. Happy Monday. Exactly. All right. Let's get to it. Let's get to the reason why I was late. Guys, the Brighton manager had his first home game. The Brighton manager literally, this was his new chapter. This was his Monday at the Amex Stadium, and he deserves some credit. His name is Fabian Husler, and I'm still trying to make sure that I know how to pronounce it right. So I think somebody taught me. It's like who the U with the Mark can clarify this. We'll share the link, and hopefully, if Mark is able to join, we can learn the right pronunciation of his name, because this guy is young. He also, has a team of experts around him. This is what I realized this weekend. Some of us as Manchester United fans were a bit too arrogant. We had the post-match therapy, we had the good, bad, and ugly conversation. I haven't listened to the Reckless Breakfast this morning, and I realized like a lot of us Manchester United fans were really arrogant. It's Brighton. We're supposed to beat Brighton. Yes, historically, a team of Brighton's level should not be giving us trouble. Yes, I get that. But let's not forget that they have a coach, they have a team of experts as well. They have a game plan that they prepare, and they literally execute what they've been working on prior to the fixture starting. So it's not just us who are getting ready for the fixture. It's the opposition team. And the team behind the team is also preparing for them, for the fixture. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes we need to take that into consideration, and it can give us a little bit more perspective, a little bit more understanding of like what really happened. Because I like to dismiss surface level analysis of things, arrogant level analysis of matches or situations, because we think where Man United works on a football pitch. It may work in a transfer window to some players, but it doesn't always work on a football. So anyway, I'm saying all this to preface this. I'm saying this to preface this, by the way. The week begins on Sunday. Are you really African puppy? Your week begins on Sunday. Mine really. Sunday is the chill day, bro. Monday is when the week actually starts for me, Therapy session 1 of 2,000 is in session, says Budge. Oh my goodness. We're in for lots of therapy sessions. You're right. I said us. I said some of us. Didn't I use the word us? I said some of us Man United fans are arrogant. And that is true. Please do not put words in my mouth. Some of our fan base after Ten Hag's, exactly, Imran Khan, we were so caught up in like our fast pursuit for success that some Man United fans are already saying, "Oh, I'm done with Erik ten Hag," and I think that's a little bit, a bit of an emotional, reaction as opposed to an actual objective reaction, right? That's just my thought on it. Anyway, this is what I want to share with you guys that I found out, and I think it's very, very interesting and revelatory in understanding what happened at the weekend at the Amex Stadium. All right, here is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fabian Husler talking about the game, and this is the part that I want to share with you. Right, check this out. I hope the sound is sounding. Please let me know if the sound is not there.
Yeah, I think that my team deserved to win. Of course, after we conceded the goal, we lost a little bit the control of the game. I think especially the start of the second half was good. We had the chances to make the second or the third goal. And then after we get the draw, we lost a little bit the momentum. We lost the control. The game was too open, and that's one of the biggest strengths from United, to have good transition moments. And we have to be honest, it was lucky that we didn't concede the second goal after the VAR decision. But then it was like again a wake up moment for us, and we started to control the game again, and like how we
This man, if I had an op manager that I say I respect, ladies and gentlemen, it is Fabian Husler. Like, doesn't he like sound so sensible in his like, analysis and his the way he's talking about the game? Like, this is one thing he says. He says, anytime it's an open game, it favors Manchester United, and he is so right about this because we have on paper our players are better than his players. And so he actually wanted us to behave in a certain way. And look, it's funny because when we talked about the game, say with Joe Blackman and the good, bad, and ugly yesterday, everybody was saying, "Oh yeah. The first half we were so much better." And what's crazy is like Fabian Hüsler and his team wanted that for us. They wanted us to feel like we were in control. It was part of his game plan. And the moment it starts becoming a basketball game, he knows he's not in the momentum is not favoring him. So it's always good to listen to what other people have to say about you and your team, because you actually also get a little bit of like, oh, wow, this is where our weaknesses are. This is where our strengths are. So he actually, in his take, I really, really, really liked that he also acknowledged the fact that they were lucky that moment, that goal that Xerxes, interrupted. Like that VAR moment really much saved Brighton. He acknowledges that. Let's hear the last part of what I want to really highlight.
played the last 10-15 minutes was amazing. We were pushing on the second goal. We were controlling the game. We had chances, and in the end, I'm very happy that the players had like the attitude of never giving up and always believing on their own strengths and believing each other. And I could feel it on the sideline.
He said they had control of the game. Do you guys hear this? This man actually says things were going according to plan from his perspective, for the most part. And then there was the few moments where it just went against him, So the other thing that he mentions later on in the press conference is about the values and the organization that they did not, like throw out the window. They kept on like trusting and believing in that game plan that he prepared. And that for me is a revelation that I would just want to say that, when you look at it, Dallo had that goal line clearance. They hit the post. They also had another moment. I can't remember if it was what's his name? His name is I'm blanking out on his name. But they had also another like 3 moments right now that I'm just like, wow. Actually, he also mentions it. He's like, yo, we could have scored 3 goals. Do you see this perspective? Anyway. So big up to Biku in the buildings. Biku Talks Football. Shout out to you. I'm reading into the agenda. How so, Mark? Did you have breakfast? Did you hear what this man said? Biku says, yo, shout out to you, Biku. Listening gives perspective. Exactly, Luen. Kenny says, I agreed with the Brighton coach. The last 15 minutes were utterly rubbish. Big up to Imran Khan says, still having nightmares that Brighton game the last 15 minutes. I really, 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 really feel like, it could have gone either way, but Brighton actually played better than us. We didn't play horrible, but Brighton played better than us. That is a fact. Shout out to Rue in the building as well, in the house. I appreciate you, Rue, for being here. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you're just joining in this in this conversation, because this actually segues well into what I want to talk about later on in the show. But the first question for the show today is, we know that the rumor mill, you know, is about is about Sterling, and it's the transfer window, it's winding down. There's gonna be probably a deadline day signing, and I really, really, really do feel like Jadon Sancho has to move, and that's why I have the Fabrizio page open right now. I'm like, is there any Jadon Sancho update? Is there any Ugarte update? Let's really quickly check that before we go into the first question of the show. So Fabrizio still has the pinned tweet that Manchester United are now close to getting Manuel Ugarte deal done. As revealed last week, Manchester United want to proceed with loan plus obligation to buy, and meeting with PSG was positive. No bids for Edison. Man United want Ugarte. Details being discussed. Deal in final stages, and he's got the timer going on under the Uruguayan flag. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see what else. Is there any other thing related to Man United? James Rodriguez signs as new player, Rayo Vallecano player on free transfer. Wow. James Rodriguez, we watched him together in the Copa watch-alongs, and this guy still had something in his tank. That is why, some people say, oh, he's washed. He couldn't do it at Everton, blah, blah, blah. But you saw that he was the player with the most assists and arguably player of the tournament for Copa America. So big shout out to James Rodriguez, man. This is good for him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. It's always good when you see somebody still, thriving and doing his thing when other people call him washed. Oh, Fabrizio Romano says, my goodness. Burnley have reached verbal agreement to sign Hannibal Mejbri from Manchester United. Medical tests taking place today. Oh my God! As club-to-club deal done on loan with mandatory buy clause. Almost there. Jeez. Hey, the Ineos revolution is on. At least the cleanup is happening. One player at a time. But can we please clean up Jadon Sancho? Anything Manchester United related? No, that's Liverpool are finally doing some business. Giorgio Mamadashvili to Liverpool. Here we go. Medical today for Georgian goalkeeper as he's joining Liverpool Football Club from Valencia. The agreement for 35 million euro package plus sell-on clause will be signed now, but he will join Liverpool in July 2025. This season, he's staying in Valencia. So Liverpool, really, this season, have not signed anyone. I'm not adding anyone to the squad, but they have signed someone. I thought the vacation, the transfer office at Liverpool was still on vacation. Hansi Flick on Danny Olmo says he's still not registered by Barcelona. I have faith in the club. I believe we can include Olmo in the squad. Good for Barcelona. Good for them. Good for them. And then the last update is on Victor Osimhen, and it really looks like Osimhen is not accepting Al Hilal proposal as he required important salary and release clause. The release clause is crucial, or deal will not happen at all. Sources confirm, as revealed last night. Wow. Interesting saga there, Osimhen, because I was arguing with Chelsea then yesterday, and he was like, oh, Osimhen is coming to Chelsea. And I was like, no, he's going to Saudi Arabia. But, we will keep that a close eye on that one as well. Anyway, let's get on to the Raheem Sterling situation. That tweet is a week old. I just read the one that's 3 hours old. Mark, big up to you. And then I said, it's a pinned tweet from his Twitter account. Chico in the building says the way Sancho is being treated, you'd think he mistreats animals and is mean to all. You think so? All right. Let's time for the poll. Let's get to the poll, guys. Let's get to the poll because I want to ask the first question of the show today, which is a very, very straightforward question. Because we know cash flow is a tight thing right now. And the question is straightforward. Biku, do not preempt me. Biku, this is the question that I want to ask right now. And Biku just went on and read my mind and says, all right, this is what I'm going to say. The question is simple. Is Sterling better than Rashford? Let's get a feeling of what the community feels. Is Sterling better than Rashford? Yes or no? There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. There's no last season or this season. It's like, is Sterling better than Rashford? Is the question that I want to ask. Period. Boom. Please make your voice heard in the poll by just choosing one of the options. Is Raheem Sterling better than Marcus Rashford? This is why we've talked a little bit about this yesterday when it was the Collins show, and a lot of people, I mean, I'm one of them too. I just like dismissed. I'm like, no, keep Chilwell, keep Sterling away from Manchester United. Why not Chelsea's dumping site? They've been dumping players at Man United, starting from the days, even, what's his name? Juan Mata, Matic, Mason Mount. They've been giving us deadwood after deadwood after deadwood, And at the end of the day, each player is their own individual. It doesn't mean if Matic didn't work, the next player will not work. But at the same time, I want us to not have a surface analysis of like, oh, Raheem Sterling is washed. Because he does have some qualities as a player. Saying that he cannot make the Chelsea squad is very, 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 very dismissal, in my opinion. Saying, oh, he's done because he can't make the Chelsea squad. The Chelsea club has a new approach, new way that they want to go, and he maybe is not in the manager's plans. And fair enough. But does that mean that Sterling is washed? Just like people were saying James Rodriguez is washed. Does that mean he's done completely? Does that mean he brings zero to the table? I'm sorry to say, the answer is not. He has nothing to offer. He has something to offer as a player. And I really, really, really like to actually just like pick apart like what are the Raheem Sterling's qualities? What has he done? Even if it was 3 seasons ago, even if it was like, when, okay, Manchester City, Raheem Sterling is like a long, long time ago. Liverpool, Sterling is like a long time ago. But the truth of the matter is we saw an evolution. We saw an upgrade from when he was at Liverpool, and then when he went to Man City, he actually became very, very important to Man City. He played for England, not this Euros, but the previous international tournament when he had to like go back home because he had a family issue. And let's be honest, for England, he was one of their best attackers. That's a bottom line. That's a fact. Nobody can dispute that. He was one of those people that would try and make things happen in a dead Gareth Southgate team. He would actually be one of those guys who, knows how to like take players on and then from there win a penalty from the opposition. So, there have been people that have said, oh yeah, Raheem Sterling, it's actually a fact that he has actually won a lot of penalties. He's up there in terms of the attackers who have won the most penalties in the Premier League today. Raheem Sterling is in the top 2. So you can't tell me that there is nothing, completely nothing there. He may not be the exact same player he was 5 years ago, but there's still some attributes that he brings. Let's take a look at this for a little bit of perspective and see what this analysis that I found on Raheem Sterling says. I just want to just bring it up to you guys and see how you view this. Look at this. So Raheem Sterling compared to other wingers in top 5 leagues carries into the penalty box 91 percentile. That's the thing I've been talking about. Progressive carries 80th. Players dribbled past. The guy has some dribbling skills. We even saw him like the last Raheem Sterling we saw in the preseason for Chelsea. It's funny because Maresca was picking him. And then right before, right before the season really gets to heat up, he doesn't pick him. And that's on Maresca. He has his own vision, own way of wanting to do things. But nobody can dispute the fact that Raheem Sterling has the ability to beat 1 or 2 defenders out wide and create chances in the final third. Can Rashford do that? Today, I'm not even sure that Rashford can beat Trent Alexander-Arnold on a one-on-one. I'm dead serious. Like Raheem Sterling is a player that can play on the left wing. He can play on the right wing comfortably. Can Marcus Rashford do that? We saw a little bit of Marcus Rashford on the right wing last season, and he actually was on an upward trajectory because like he wasn't always looking to cut in. We saw him cross to Haaland in the Champions League game. Was it versus Bayern Munich? We saw him like there was like a good 5 to 8 games or so where he was like sometimes being deployed on the right and it was Garnacho on the left. But we still knew that he was not comfortable. But Raheem Sterling can be comfortable. When he's on the right wing, matter of fact, he's more direct and puts passes into the final third, into that half space on the right between the left back and the left center back. He knows how to do that in his sleep. When he's on the left wing, it's more like you see him cutting inside. You see him doing the finesse shot from outside the box. Guys, this is all factual. Look at his final third creativity. Look at this graphic right here. Raheem Sterling, the same guy that people say he's washed. That is precisely why I had this thought. I was like, really? Is Raheem, are we gonna just go ahead and dismiss Raheem Sterling? Kush, calm down and listen for a second before you say sin bin yourself. Listen. Look at the facts in front of you. Can Rashford do this or no? We should be taking Chalobah. Sin bin yourself. Somebody put Kush on timeout for that comment. What is he talking about? Kush, did you take your meds today? No, honestly, like I'm just right here. I was just like, let's not do surface level analysis. Let's actually look at what this player brings to the table. You know?
Could we check what he brought in the last 3 years to Chelsea table?
Hold
That's what
on.
really important.
Hold
That's
on.
what really important. Not what he did 10 years ago. Not what he did 5 years ago. What he did in the last.
Hold on. Mark gets in through the back door. I'm about to open up the conversation, but I want to just let me get through these points first about Raheem Sterling. I'm almost about to finish in 1 minute, and then I'm going to share the link, and then we can all have this conversation properly. All right? Wait for a second. So the last thing that I want to share, because I want to make sure that we do a proper in-depth analysis of like this player, you know, compared to our current player. Are we going to be upgrading if we take Raheem Sterling? That is the question. So last thing that I want to share. Across the last 4 seasons, since Mark was like, oh, listen, look at this. Finishing across. Does Marcus Rashford left foot have 15 goals? Does Marcus Rashford head have 10 goals? I'll wait. Let's look at the poll. Ooh, this poll it keeps on going like this. It keeps on going like this. Let your voice be heard, by the way, guys. Put in your opinion by answering, is Raheem Sterling better than Rashford? And then we will make this an open conversation. Mr. Popo says Sterling has played for all the ops. He doesn't want him for that reason. Fair enough. Okay. But do you see the combined shot map he has? Do you see that his shots, 44.2% of his shots are on target? How is the percentage of Marcus Rashford's shots on target? Because we've seen him. He knows how to send the ball to row Z, row X. We've seen. He also averages 0.5 to non-penalty expected goals per 90. This is all from the Chelsea database. Anyway, I'm hoping that some of these facts give you a little bit of an informed perspective about Raheem Sterling. I will not share yet my opinion on it because I haven't voted yet, you know. But guys, I'm closing the poll. There's 15 votes. And this poll is crazy. So I just need you guys to make your voice heard if you haven't voted yet. And then here we go. I'm going to go ahead and invite Mark, invite Ronald, invite Sashiv. You guys now have the link. And let's hear what you have to say. Mark.
I just would like that stats to be across the last 3 seasons, because you see it's a little bit disingenuous, right? Because in the last 3 seasons, his average is nearly zero. It's less than 5 goals over a season for the last 3 seasons, and it's less than 5 assists for the last 3 seasons. Matter of fact, he has no what 2 assists last season and 3 goals or something like that, right? My honest thinking is that he was a good player, no doubt about that. He played for Liverpool. That's already a no-no there. Then he played for City. That's another no-no there. Then he played for Chelsea. Bro, that is the trifecta of burn him out. Don't even consider him as an option. He should never wear a United kit, not even if, bro, the sky is falling. I tell it, bro, you laughing. I
I'm
mean,
not.
I like the in-depth detailed thing that you did though. But I wish you had done one for the last 3 seasons instead of 4, because that last season he had in City really embellished the stats and make it look real good. Because if it wasn't for that last season in City, bro, he would practically have less contributions than Rashford did on average last season.
Okay. Guy, all right. Let's come back to something else. But in a moment, I want to just read. Paul says Sterling is better, but I would not take him at United. Very, very, very good point there. Okay. The poll says, guys, hold on. Let me fix the echo. Pardon me. I know exactly how to fix it. It should be good now. All right. The poll is very close, guys. The question was, is Sterling better than Rashford? 56% says yes. 44% say no. And do we want to upgrade from Rashford?
But what are we doing, bro? Like, are you trolling us, bro? Is this like for
No,
real?
it's a
Or is
question.
this just for like subscribers and for clicks and views? What's going on, bro?
It's a serious question that I have, bro. Guys, where are you standing with this, Vegeta? Let's hear you.
I'm not going to have Todd Bowley offload his crap to us, bro. I don't give a damn if he's better than Rashford, bro. Both of them shouldn't be at Manchester United Football Club. Why? Why are we entertaining? I swear, if Ineos entertains this, then they can also go to hell, bro. What is this deal?
It's important, guys. Papi, I needed to do one more poll. I needed to do a poll and ask the guys in the comments, what about this thumbnail that you're using here for your football power hour?
Yes.
Talks as a
Yes.
consistent thumbnail. Right, guys?
I can't
So
believe.
Bots need to do a poll for that, because Bots be
Sure.
doing some little research on Bots for his his new thumbnail setups and stuff like that. So if you guys could comment on that, that would be amazing. Thank you. Big up.
Amazing. Let me read Luen's comment. Says Matic, Mata, Mount all start with M. Even Mark. Sterling starts with S. I'm not giving an answer. You know what I think. All right. Let's hear Ronald Tonali. Where do you stand on this, bro?
He might call my name in that, bro. I getting shots, bro.
I know it was the M's, bro. It was the M's.
You know, starts with the M2, by the way, just so you know. Big up to Ronald coming in, bro.
Ronald,
Yo,
you hear? What are you saying, bro, about this Raheem Sterling question for the day?
so what's the question though?
Is
Exactly.
Raheem, in your opinion, answer it, with also back up why, right? Is Raheem Sterling better than Rashford?
Not right now. Like the age difference, obviously, you have to factor that in. How old is Raheem Sterling?
29,
And how old is Rashford?
27?
Yeah, so like there's 2 years of a difference. Has Raheem won more? Yes, because he's played in bigger teams. But I was just, because Mark was saying, look at it, the last 3 years of an impact. And I was like, that's interesting. That's a good question. So I went ahead and I checked.
Let's hear it.
Rashford in 70 games has 24 goals and 7 assists,
Okay.
while Raheem Sterling in the last 3 years has played 59 games, has 14 goals and 7 assists. So the difference is 10 goals. And we're talking about the last 3 years, in which 1 year Rashford just did not play well, which is the last year. And the year before that, he had a breakout season, right? So I think the question you're asking is the wrong question, in my opinion.
What should it be?
It should be, would Sterling have a better impact than Sancho in a United shirt?
Ooh,
I think
Sancho.
so. I think that should have been the
Because
question.
at the end of the day, What you're
Okay.
trying to do is you're trying to exchange or barter whatever way you want to, put
Yeah,
yourself to sleep
because
at
money
night,
is tight,
whatever.
cash flow is tight. Yeah, player
Yeah,
swap be the thing on
swap
deadline
or
day.
whatever, like,
Yeah.
whatever helps you sleep at night. I can't be bothered. But uh, either ways, you're going to be using Sancho in this deal or part of this deal. So I
Yeah.
feel Rashford is not the question. The question should be, would Sterling be willing to put more efforts towards the team than Sancho? The answer is yes. The reason being, this man doesn't care. This man has played for all the rivals everywhere. He's been at Chelsea, he's been at City, he's been at Liverpool. We're the last club left. The man has no loyalty towards anyone.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
I think he would be okay. Would would I still rather have him as a person instead of Sancho? I guess. But that's just me and my
You
agenda
said
against
yes.
Sancho.
You said yes. Sterling for
Yeah.
Sancho. Okay. Okay.
Guys,
Sterling
Because
for Sancho.
hold
Sterling
on.
for
Sachiv,
no no
Hold
no
on.
no no
Sachiv,
no no.
sorry.
Hold on, hold on,
Can
hold
I?
on. Hold
Okay.
on,
When
Just
before
I'll
one,
have
anyone
this
else
just wait,
conversation,
goes.
hold on, hold on. I wanted
one
No
to
no
let
second.
no
One
no
more.
Dr. NHS
no.
come in first because I don't know if she have long, right? So let
Yes.
Dr.
Yes.
NHS
Yes.
come in.
Yes. That's
Sachiv,
exactly.
apologies, bro. I don't
Oh,
think
that's
she
fine.
have that
That's
much time, bro.
Dr. NHS, I know you are very busy, so welcome to the conversation. And the question is also, would you take Raheem? Would you do the Raheem Sterling Sancho swap? And yeah, tell us where you at with this.
So I definitely agree. The question should be, is would we take Sancho Sterling over Sancho? And the answer to that is yes, because comparing him to Rashford, it's just not. I don't think it's great. Um, a great question because we're pulling hairs.
Hmm.
Um, I definitely think he would care more, like put more effort in playing over Sancho. I feel like Sancho's time is he's you can see in his attitude. He just I don't think he wants to be here anymore. Yes, and but to be fair, I think Sterling is getting to the. It looks like he's getting to the end to where the part of his career where he's ending it, or he could end it soon. Because isn't he like a bit too injury prone? Sorry,
He's done.
injury prone.
Yeah, yeah, that is
Because
true.
he played how many games last season?
Oh,
No,
not a,
I don't think he played more than 25.
yeah, yeah, that
Because
is
I
true.
don't like I literally don't, and I don't. United, we have too many injured players. I can count on one hand at least five of them that I even forgot play for United, and I'm tired. We have to get rid of them. We shouldn't be inheriting more injury-prone players.
Fair
You know
enough.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
at this point, I'd rather look for a 22-year-old who has um, similar playing style to Raheem Sterling
Hmm.
than going for him. He can go to somewhere else. He can go back to Liverpool. Or I know City's not gonna get him because they don't want that. They're going for
Thank
number
God.
five.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
I totally hear you. I totally hear you. I also this is the thing. Like, so if we get rid of Sancho
Yeah.
and we get Sterling, I somebody in the chat mentioned this. I feel like we would have a little bit more balance. And uh,
We
42
will.
FC. Welcome to the conversation. By the way, 42.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, who's this? Is this the Chelsea
I
fan?
I'm the
no.
right person you need to ask
Oh,
about
Porsche
Raheem
FC.
Sterling. I'm the
It's
person.
Porsche FC. It's Porsche FC.
Okay, all
Poch, you
right.
can't
What?
skip, you can't skip Sachiv. Sachiv had to go before you, Poch. You can't
Oh,
do me that. You
all
can't
right,
do
all
me
right. So Shiv came first. We'll come to you, Chelsea fan. Hold on.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
Sashiv,
all good, man. That's all good, man.
Sashiv, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'll go. Okay. Raheem Sterling was a really good quality footballer like years ago, but I just think right now he's on a very decline trajectory, in my honest opinion. So I don't think we should take Sterling at United. Would he made more efforts? Maybe yes, but at the same time, I felt like I just feel like it's we need to look at the trajectory of the football player when as basically the age increases as well.
Mhm.
So I just don't think and second reason for me, yeah, it's he played for Liverpool City. He played for all the ops, so I
Gaza
wouldn't
checks.
take him.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to put that comment up on screen there because it's legendary by the person who just said, well, if it wasn't you, my bad, bro, but somebody put my face on our profile and was trolling in my chat this morning during our stream. But big
Okay.
up, Kenny, great point there, bro. The trajectory of the player is important to
See,
be
the
paying
thing is,
attention to as well.
if someone's worried about an age, how many of you guys are against the contract for Bruno Fernandes?
I was not.
That's
I'm
different.
for it.
Bruno already here. And Bruno, over the last couple of seasons, outperformed
So the
Sterling and he never
trajectory,
played for a rival. You know, it
again,
have a lot of nuances, bro.
He,
And
bro,
he's
it might
you
seem
can keep the
tribalistic and
nuances with
small
yourself.
minded.
God bless you, no problem, right? All I'm saying is there is a guy who is not caring about the shirt he wears. He
mm,
doesn't care about your badge. Stop worrying about that guy. Get a guy who doesn't really care about any badge.
mm.
Sorry, guys. With all due
And
respect, I don't give a damn about no.
this is only when you're doing a swap deal. Because
Okay.
let's be honest, no one else is coming for Sancho.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Then he doesn't go, bro. Why must first of all, why must I solve Todd Bowley's problems for him? With
So
all due
you'd
respect.
rather
So you
Vegeta?
would rather keep
Yes, he's
Sancho,
going
Hold
no,
Uyeka.
on,
no,
hold
he's
on,
going
hold on, hold on,
nowhere.
Shots
hold on,
fired.
hold
Shots
on.
fired.
No,
You'd
no, no,
rather
no, hold on.
stay,
I can reply. Don't
Vegeta.
worry.
Guys. Vegeta, you saying you'd rather just stay as is, keep
Yes,
Sancho.
bro. Why don't we get money for our player? Why must I take the cost of? And you guys are gonna tell me he's balanced, he's all of this. Why must I turn in a turd for diapers? They the same. I don't
Yeah,
want them.
how many offers do you have on the table for Sancho that we're not accepting?
We don't
Vegeta,
have
sir.
them, so we move on.
Yeah,
So,
so
but does that
please,
justify a
if you
bad
don't
deal,
have anything,
Ronald? Ronald,
anyways,
does that justify a
he's
bad
two
deal?
years away from going for free.
True,
Do you
very true.
realize
Then
this?
such is life. You make losses in
Oh,
life. I'm
so
not taking.
okay, so you're
So
okay in taking a loss of
hey,
Guys,
86
hey,
mil.
hey,
guys,
Yale's comment.
Okay,
Yale's comment.
no
Yale
problem.
says if we're going to look at how players have done over the past year or so, then why are we not keeping the same energy? Ugarte, we're getting Ugarte who has had a decline after coming to PSG.
He didn't have a decline, actually. That's an unfair
I
comment to
don't
say.
think
To be
so. No,
fair,
I don't think
Ducati
so.
played 27 games last season. He had a
Yeah.
better average than Fofana, than Sanderberg, than most of the other DMs everybody was suggesting to get as a better option. He had a better passing average, better progression average, better defensive average, better tackling average than all of them. Now, what Ugarte didn't show last season was a great extended passing range for long passes. What his short and mid-term passing range is better than Fofana and Zubamendi on
Why is
stats.
Zaire
And
Emery being picked over
well,
Ugarte?
you see, this is a preference thing on managers. It's like Klopp wanting Darwin Nunes when actually he should have buy a different striker. You know what I mean? Managers have their preferences. All managers, not just Ten Hag, is a little bit favoritism to Rashford. You
All
know,
right. Well,
Luis Enrique plays a certain style, and his players he want them a certain way. So before he came in, they bought Ugarte. So when they
okay.
bought Ugarte, he was working in the system. But now is not his fancier player. It's like Zubamendi. It's like, if we were to get Zubamendi, he would probably work in our system. But
Mhm.
a lot of us are under the impression that what we need is a better defensive player, not really a player who have an amazing passing range.
All right. I don't want to
Just
get ahead of the show right now because we were still on Raheem Sterling. Let's not go too deep into Ugarte. And guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please take a second and do that right now. Let's hear the Chelsea perspective about Raheem Sterling. Bro, 42 FC. First of
Shillings,
all,
shillings
what is
FC.
42 FC? What is your name? Why is it 42 FC?
We have 42 players now.
Okay.
52.
I get
Yeah,
it
I
now.
think it's. I
we
All
have
think
right.
it's
42.
my bad. I think it's basically 52 FC.
It's 52, but you have the ball. Please give us
Yeah,
your
yeah,
perspective. Who
yeah.
is
Go ahead, go
Raheem
ahead.
Sterling? How could he fit at our club? Do you also want Sancho for Raheem Sterling? All those three questions.
Well, all right. So the first thing is I put myself in Man U's shoes, right?
Hmm.
If I was a Man U fan right now, I would not take Raheem Sterling.
Why?
Um, for a lot of reasons. Like if you're asking, Sterling compared to Rashford, Sterling compared to Jadon Sancho, like you've been doing, and then doing the comparisons. Yes, Sterling might give you something a little bit more, but for the cost, I don't think that the level of improvement is worth it. Like Sterling,
The cost could be
Sterling.
a swap deal. The cost could be a swap deal. Raheem Sterling also accepting maybe a reduced wage because he knows
Well,
Who
he
says that though?
he will have to accept it, right?
yeah. If this is the conditions, right? Swap deal, accepting
Yeah,
reduced wages. Like if he wants to stay in the Premier League because there's not a lot of people looking for Raheem Sterling's signature in the Premier League. So these are
right.
the terms, Raheem, and like this is how you'd come to Man United. So leave the cost point out for
All right,
right now. Yeah,
all right. So as a Man U fan, like if I was thinking as a Man U fan, there are two considerations I'll make, right? Like from a footballing perspective,
there we go.
like really based on football alone, if there was a way to get Jadon Sancho's head right, I think he has a higher ceiling. Right? I mean, I'm saying let's put
Yeah,
everything aside because we
sure,
know that there are other circumstances. If we're
sure.
talking just purely based on football, then I would keep Sancho. If there, we're talking politics, there are other things that Sancho doesn't want to stay here and all this and that, and then that's different.
Okay.
As a Chelsea fan, I'm not taking Sancho, so that swap deal is not happening,
Wait,
right?
hold on. So 42 FC, make it make sense. For
Yeah.
United, Sancho's good, but for Chelsea, Sancho's bad.
Oh, I'm just saying purely based on football. We have
Why? Does
way
he
too
not
many.
have a higher ceiling of talent than Sterling or maybe
Right.
Mudryk?
No,
All
but
the
you
We
can
things
say
you
You
the
just
know,
said.
same in reverse.
you know
Why
that's
is
not what he
Chelsea
meant, right? You know
so
that's not
great?
what he
No,
meant,
no,
Why
no,
bro.
no,
doesn't
no.
Chelsea keep
Oh,
him?
that's not what he meant.
No, that's not what he meant, bro. Don't let your
uh,
agenda sing. You make a good point on the situation. I could even hear your opinion on the Sancho out bringing Sterling situation, but what his point
Uh huh.
is speaking on facts, right? On football, Sancho is the better footballer.
But the
20 by
thing is,
23
but
seasons in a
the
row.
thing
No
is,
one has done that in the
bro,
Premier League, broski.
the
You
thing,
understand? So
Broski, you have to
realistically
understand.
speaking,
You're talking
but
about something that if it works, it is not
you are
working.
you are
We've
saying
been
the
but
same
trying
can I?
for the
thing,
last
bro.
three
You are saying
years.
the same
Let
thing.
Poch FC still has the ball. Let him land his
Okay,
point, and
never
then
mind.
we'll.
The reason why I would not take Sancho once again as a Chelsea fan, two on two different levels. From a footballing perspective, we have players in that position. Like, Mudrik is so easy. Everybody will talk about Mudrik. Mudrik will probably not play for a while now because in the pecking order on the wings now, he's probably fifth choice winger. Like
Hey,
Pedro Neto
yo.
is going to play ahead of him. Uh, like Joao Felix will play there ahead of him. Nkunku will play there ahead of him. Like so many players will play ahead of him. If Sancho comes, he's not benching any of those players. That's number one. And then just politically speaking, I don't know what has happened at Man U, but I don't know that I would also want that attitude. So like it's two different things, right? Like while Sancho is a better footballer than Sterling, I would still not take him at Chelsea. If I put myself in Man U's shoes, bro, Sterling is such a good player, but he's so frustrating. As a Chelsea fan, I've seen him for 2 years. He is so frustrating
Like what's
because,
frustrating about him?
man, like he's one day he's playing against Man City and he's like Messi regen, right? Dribbling past Kyle Walker and like doing all these things, right? The next day, this guy is playing against Burnley and he's literally running into people. You give Raheem Sterling is the most frustrating footballer you will ever see. If you think Rashford is frustrating now, wait till you see Sterling.
And that's my point.
So,
Why take a
so,
turd for it just because it's
so
the only
A
country?
diaper, yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
for me, like I don't think the deal is worth it personally. From a Man
Facts.
U point of view,
Facts.
and even from a Chelsea point of view, that deal is not worth it. Like
Mm.
Sterling is at a stage in his career right now where he wants to be the man. That's what he did at Chelsea, which is why it didn't work out because he felt like he came in as a senior player, like he was brought in as Tuchel's guy who was supposed to be the main guy in attack, and so
Mm.
he played hero ball when he was bro. We last season we were on 3v1 against the goalkeeper Sterling, Cole Palmer, and Nicola
And he
Jackson
didn't
as stand
square it.
I remember that.
Yeah,
so many times. And that
yeah.
was just one example. So many times. And
Mm.
if he came to Man U, he would probably think I'm here. I'm a senior guy in attack right now, and I should be the guy making the headlines. And he's gonna do the same thing there at Man U. Sterling needs to go to a place where there's just enough stars for him to realize you pipe down and you play your role, or he knows he's clearly the main guy and nobody can question him. And whether he plays good or bad, he will still start. Those are the two places he needs to go. And I don't know that Man U or Chelsea are either of those places for him.
All right. Vegeta, do you want to add anything to this one, and then we move on to the next point of the show?
I just think the deal as a whole, the package, because we keep talking about Sterling. These guys want to give us Sterling and Chilwell. This is a horrendous deal. If
Yeah.
Ineos wants to undo all of the good work I believe they've done so far, just do this. You will see. You do this and you sign this guy. Both this player and you guys are the op from day one, in my opinion.
Mm.
Because you clearly don't want us to succeed. You're an enemy of progress.
E of
Perhaps I
E.
would say I would have to chime in on the Chilwell part because for me
Yeah.
the Chilwell part is horrendous. He's like a copy of Luke Shaw. He can't even play 25 games a season for Chelsea. So you go and bring him in to replace Luke Shaw. He probably go and let me not make it seem like if I have an agenda against Chilwell or Sterling, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think Sterling should be considered Jamaican. He never represent Jamaica at any level in football. So forget
Yeah.
us. And anyway, I think the two of them at reduced wages still gonna be above 150K, bro. To be
Mm.
fair. So I
Mm.
rather the devil I know than the devil I don't. You understand? Because
Yeah.
let me put it like this, bro. We could still all be wrong about Jaden Sancho, bro. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's have multiple layers to the factors that have his problem, and it's not really about Ten Hag. Ten
Mhm.
Hag probably had an issue with him, yes, but it have other things about the club that he was having problems with. What if he has to stay? What if he gets his head down and work hard? And bro, you know me, bro. I wanted Sancho out, bro, when he kissed that Dortmund badge, bro. So I just saying this on a perspective where, bro, at some point in time, we as fans, bro, had to sit down and say, you know what's best for the football? Forget all the politics, bro. Because the best footballers is what going to win us games,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Not the nicest footballers, not the popular footballers, is the best players on the pitch, bro. And if we could get the best out of him, bro, I still not opposed to that. Even if we sell him in January, bro, because by then we'll get some offers for him because he will be playing well. But we need depth. And that is as one thing we can't escape. We need depth.
All right.
Sancho is Trinidadian, bro. We're talking
We,
about.
Can
we'll
I
have
ask a question? Can I ask a question?
sure, sure, and then
Yo,
we're going to transition to the next point. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to know because I thought Sancho and like Ten Hag had resolved their issues. Like what happened?
Kush.
Bro, some lies have. I think even the Athletic talked about the ear infection thing as just like not true. So it feels like they try to patch things up for the media so that we can put Sancho on the shelf and say, oh no, we're not selling him because they have a rift. That
Bro.
is the past. Ten Hag in the one of the preseason press conferences, I remember, Mark, we talked about that. He said, oh, we draw the line, that thing is now in the past. And honestly speaking, we saw the images in the preseason game, or was it the Community Shield? Sancho is about to come on, a goal happens. Ten Hag like celebrates and he looks to his left and he's like, "Nah, I'm not gonna hug you." And somebody accused me of being like too my
I think you're focusing too much on that, bro.
no,
Because
but the
no,
nonverbal
look, you know why I
selling.
will say that, bro, Papi. You know why I will say that because I will give you a prime example, right?
Has Ten
A
Hag
few
not
weeks
hugged the
ago,
player before
no,
when the
forget
goal
Ten
is
Hag.
happening?
Forget Ten Hag. I'm just giving you a
Okay,
prime example of where
okay,
reading into situations is
sure.
be a little bit much. Just put it like this,
How
bro.
so? How
I
so?
would an I would have never believed Voldemort will get a standing ovation, bro, in Marseille after the mayor say what he say. And yesterday I watched him score, and the entire stadium chanting his name, standing up and clapping
Sure.
him,
Let's
bro.
leave that player alone for now.
No,
Well,
I'm
let's
just saying. That's why I say Voldemort. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying nothing. I just give you an example. So perception is one thing, bro. The media selling a story could mean other different things. Because they could be saying that's just for show, but it could be the truth. We don't know. We not inside. So that's what I'm
my
saying. When the media give you, bro, the media is known to lie about things. We can't
sure.
just say that because they have sources is a fact.
my perspective, okay, maybe the Athletic were embellishing when they said the ear infection is not is a lie. It was a, Ten Hag telling a public lie about Sancho. But for me, actions speak louder than words. If you can tell somebody's like reaction, maybe he just said, "Oh, okay, maybe I don't want to hug him because he's a player. I'd rather hug a bedroom staff person because we scored against Man City." And that is that situation. I don't want to dwell on it. And here's the thing. Next conversation point of this show, guys. I want Dr. NHS to lead us on this one. So why in the pursuit of Ugarte? We know that the a midfielder, we need a defensive midfielder who can really help us, get to the next level. But the thing is, there are different kinds of defensive midfielders. There's the ball winner. There is the ball winner, like how N'Golo Kante was, or like early Nemanja Matic. Talking about Chelsea players, there's the midfield controller, Busquets, Daniel De Rossi. There is the regista, you know, all kinds of different midfielders, right? And we know that like Ugarte is called the destroyer because he has this high, like tackling rate compared to other defensive midfielders. And some of the conversations that we've had yesterday based on like the game versus Brighton and Fulham is like, guys, we actually don't need a destroyer, we need a controller. How do you feel, Dr. NHS, about Ugarte? Is he the person to come and help us out? Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, so I'm, I wa- actually this is a hard question because I
Mm,
know we do need a midfielder, and I'm very unsure on Ugarte, but at this moment I feel like we just need someone, and Casimiro can be very like on and off. One game he's great, one game or personally I think he's on and off. Let's just get Ogate in,
mm-hmm,
see how he does for the 6 months, and if we need somebody better or more aligned to Ten Hag's system, then we can get someone in and then just clear the rest of, like, we can get Eriksen to go in January. We can get like maybe even if we convince Casimiro to go in January too, then
mm-hmm,
fine. This is what I don't know because I'm going to be fair. I haven't really watched him play, so
yeah.
I don't know how like I don't have an idea how he would like integrate into our system. I don't know if he can switch up and like become more of a controlling player in the
Mm-hmm,
United system. And
mm-hmm.
let's be honest, he hasn't played in the EPL yet, has he?
No, no, just
And
in Portugal and in France, you know.
yeah, exactly. So we don't know how he'll fit in the English league either.
There is that too. Very, very great point because you also mentioned Christian Eriksen still here. He's just quiet. He's just like there was rumors about him in Ajax, but like, is he the person? You know, that's a very, very good point. What do you have to say, Sashiv, about this? And then we'll go to Vegeta, then Ronald. And Mark. Sashiv, are you there?
Oh, oops! I just muted myself
Oops.
again.
All good. All
Uh,
good.
yeah, it's so good, mate. I think Ugarte will be a really good long-term DM solution for Casemiro at this point. So I'm personally for me, I would be really happy with this signing. But as per my memory serves right, Scott McTominay leaving United to Napoli means like we just need another one. We just need another
Midfielder, another
midfielder
body. Like,
who can actually control the midfield. Just in my opinion, I think
mhm,
Ugarte is mainly like a destroyer who can just maybe shield the back four, and
mhm,
as Mark said, like his tackling rate is a lot higher.
mhm.
So I just think for me personally, I forgotten that the guy name who's from the Fluminense. What's his name? Andre.
Andre, I
Yeah,
think.
I think I will take him. I wouldn't mind him, to be honest with you.
Okay. Pav is asking a question to Dr. NHS. Would you take Ugarte at Arsenal?
For real, Ugarte would be good.
And Dr. NHS, there's a
Guys,
question for you.
no, guys, I'm a United fan. Come on, just because I've been to the Emirates before
I
doesn't mean that I'm not. I'm a
That's
United
gonna follow
fan.
you. Okay.
I know. I actually, it's gonna follow me for the rest of my life, and I know I, we have to start on
until
a clean
until
slate.
you say I was at this United game, and you tell us how it
I
was.
know. You
Then,
know what?
what?
The day I go to a United game, that's it. But start. I'm gonna try by the end of the year.
You
Okay,
have to do a
guys.
We
vlog.
Oh,
we
you
need a
you have
vlog
to do a
on your
vlog. You
YouTube
gotta do a
channel. We
vlog.
need a vlog.
We need video
Yeah,
evidence now. Just so
Yes.
that we
that
can
would.
back you because I feel
You know
like
what?
honestly, I feel the guys are a little bit harsh on you because you went to a couple Arsenal games and you haven't been to a United game. I think they're being a little harsh, but that's just me.
Technically, I have because it was Arsenal United.
It's
So
not
I
just
have
that.
Were you in
just
the
a way.
Arsenal end or the United end? That is the important
That does
factor there.
not.
That matters. No, it matters. Actually, it does. Like if I was a United fan,
Okay,
I'm being honest.
look.
I come from Germany to watch games, right? And I make sure I sit down
Yeah.
in the United end, bro. I can't sit in the away end because
Uh,
as a man see.
okay, fine. I will vlog it and put it on my YouTube channel just to show I was
Yes,
at the
yes.
Stamford
Be
end.
there.
Okay,
I will.
guys.
I'm definitely subbing it. I'm definitely sub it.
Okay, all right. Rajita, Ugarte, Meno, and Bruno will be the big trio. Will it work? Like, what's where do you stand on this? Imran Khan just put it right there.
Man United fans just exhaust me. That's all I'm gonna say. Can we stop being tactic? Can we just stop being tacticals? Okay. Can we just
Hey,
stop?
man.
Wait, can everybody put the UEFA badges on the table? I just want to see something, because people are talking about destroyer this, techie. Guys, come on. We haven't even seen this man play in the league, and already he's not good enough. Come on, can we just chill? And also, we one day we trust Ineos, the next day it's like, no, we don't need this. What are they doing? I don't know, broski. I'm with Doctor. I don't know if it was Doctor NHS or Shashif who said it. I haven't watched this man enough to be judging him to say he won't be good enough for our midfield. What I do know is a fact is that we have him at number six. How about that? Let's start with that.
Yeah, facts.
We had two people playing number six. Remember that, McFred? Do we forget? We haven't had a number six. Let's start there. Let's put a number six and see what it does for our team and the balance of the team.
Hmm. All right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Papi, I register is a CM, bro, not actually a DM. But
Say
you
that
know,
again.
the register type player is a CM, is like a box to box player who can't play the DM role, but is really a box to box. But anyway,
Yeah, and
it's
it
too
depends.
much on nicknames. I just think that you have to look
Yeah.
at it from the perspective of if you're talking about the system and you want to talk about that in technicality, bro.
Yeah.
Watch Ten Hag Ajax in season two. That will give you the outline of what we're trying to do right now, right?
Mhm.
And then Ten Hag Ajax season two, he had a defensive midfielder who was very much like a Ugarte, but I would say a lower end version. I mean, in the sense that the style of the player and his mobility level is not what Ugarte have, so he's a little bit better of an athlete. So which means he would be much more mobile than the player that they had previously there. I think we got to look at it from the perspective of if this is the player that they're looking at that they're saying going to fill the role, maybe we should trust it and see what happens when the player come in. Because realistically, if we wanted Zubamendi, I think we'd have got him because then we'd have just paid 46 million pounds and get Zubamendi. You understand? You have a release clause. So for me, I think they made their choice after careful consideration around the wrong table of whoever having those discussions. It's not just Ten Hag, you know. So now we just had to back it, bro. At the same time, we can't just say, we're going back in your choose Ten Hag, and then we say, well, bro, season two, he was rubbish. Season one, we finished third with two cups. So we had to, use everything as an example and also have a little bit of patience because the players coming in and the new things working will take a little bit of time. It might not be the first two games 100%, but we might kick off from game week 3 or 4. You never know.
Mm. Ronald Tonali, Kush also is saying that Ugarte won't help us, he'll improve us, but we're just covering up the real issues. What are the real issues? What do you think Kush is talking about, bro? Ronald.
I don't know. Ask Kush. My
Okay.
name's Ronald, bro. Like
All right.
the
All
fact
right.
is,
Is it
in my
Yeah, Kush,
opinion,
give us a little explanation, a
one
little
of the
breakdown, bro.
problems is one of the problems is resolved because I think I aged 8 years in the span of 4 years watching McTominay in that midfield.
Yes.
So I don't know if Ugarte is going to be a very good player, but you
Yeah.
have to be really bad to be worse than McTominay. And you
Mm,
wouldn't pay 60 mil for that kind of player. I think
no.
Mark said it's 50 M or 45, something like that. I was listening to a stream. But yeah, so I'm just looking at it as an upgrade on what we let go of as a replacement. So I'm not bothered. I'm okay with Casemiro playing 60 and him coming in for 40 minutes in the first, 2 or 3 games, and then obviously vice versa. I'm gonna be okay with it.
Mm. Okay. So yeah, hopefully we hear this. Here we go soon. Did also Sashiv did chime in on
Yeah,
this.
I
Yeah, yeah. 42 FC from an outsider's perspective. What what do you
Bro,
think?
me, I don't even know what the discussion is about. Ugarte is a top player, man.
He's a
We
top player,
watched,
but
you know what killing me, Papi? We did the Copa America watch along. So if you really want
we
to see
watched
Ugarte,
all the
and
games. Yeah.
and he was one of the best players in Uruguay
I
every
wanted him at
game.
Chelsea, man. I wanted him at Chelsea.
You
Ugarte
know,
is a
so
top player, man.
and then
Mm-hmm,
I mean, if you really want to criticize Ugarte, you can type in online. You could go on Google and type in League or
mm-hmm,
archive menu, and it takes
mm-hmm.
you to the menu where all the past games are saved, and you could watch the games over. You could do it. I think it's something like that. You type it in, and you should find the archive menu, and you can watch the games. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It might be the best quality all the time, but you should be able to get the games, watch the player, because I feel sometimes the compilations will do players justice, because they show good moments, probably the moments more directed towards we buying him for. You know what I mean? But they're not going to show the player otherwise throughout the game, and those are good things to see how the player read the game, how he interacting with the team throughout the game, throughout 90 minutes, because then they will get a more understanding of what the player bringing to your team. And to
Yeah,
me, if I was to say, I would say, bro, he would bring stability, and that's what we need in our midfield
Yeah,
more than
man.
anything else. And we could build on that. Let's have our
mm-hmm,
next transfer window. We never
mm-hmm.
know. He might bring a Rabiot might come in on a free, or some other surprise midfielder. We don't know. But we
Yeah,
know
Because
that
I
this
think,
guy coming provides stability.
yeah.
yeah, if you
Someone's baby needs attention. By the way, I don't know who it is, but go ahead, Poch. What did you say?
no, I was just gonna say, I mean, if you have Ugarte sitting next to like a Kobe, or like an Ugarte in a six, and if you play like a Kobe and a Bruno, as 2 8s, like that's a really really solid midfield. Like that's
Okay.
a really really good midfield. So Ugarte, man, he's a top quality player, man. Like, if you're looking for someone to like break up play and win the ball back, he's one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, there's this thing about like we all know he's a defensive monster. His work rate is really good, but the thing that I've found out is just that his passes are more of the safe kind of passes. That more of the type that's like, he's not doing those line breaking passes. Big up Joe Blackman, by the way. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you're just joining the show. So
Yeah,
that is why we're having this discussion, Poch. It's like,
yeah,
is just the defensive tackling work rate going to help us, or do we also like need somebody who's going to be a little bit help us with the passes? That's why the point that you're bringing up, that maybe Bruno would have to drop deeper, or Kobe Mano would have to drop deeper, people that I can actually really make those line breaking passes. This is how Ugarte compares to Casemiro, by the way, in case anybody is wondering. You can see that Casemiro is red, Ugarte is whatever color, blue. I'm colorblind, but the progressive passes, Casemiro is like night and day between Ugarte.
True.
But the successful defensive actions, it's like we don't even see Casemiro. There's so much red. I mean, we don't even see Ugarte. And where's the tackling? Where's the tackling and this recoveries and opposition half? You see all the other stuff that.
Recoveries is like
Oh, there we go.
Ugate's
49 and
biggest one.
21. 49 and 21%. You know, and this is just a little bit of like how they compare Casemiro and Ugarte. And we're getting this will be a totally different player with different attributes to bring to the table. So It's just a fan opinion. Nobody is a armrest coach over here, but we're just sort of just giving a little bit of our perspective on how we feel like this player might fit into Man United, coming going forward. Guys,
Papi,
yeah,
Papi, but I could just
yeah,
say this. I could just say one thing, but I just
of
wanted to say
course.
this now. From the perspective of a deep line playmaker, which is the perspective that mostly people looking at someone breaking the lines from deep.
Hmm.
If we get to Ugarte, wouldn't that change us from having to break the lines from deep into breaking the lines from in midfield?
True. It could.
Because think about it, like from this perspective, if Ugarte improves on the defensive actions and the ball winning in that side of the pitch, which is deeper, right? Just
Hmm.
be then he would be making a short pass to
As
Kobe or
opposed to the
Bruno
long passes that are coming
in
from.
the midfield and therefore keeping the ball in possession, right? Therefore, now we would be breaking the lines from in the midfield where we should be breaking the lines, which is actually where we need to be breaking the line.
the
Breaking the line from deep is a good thing, but it's not the be all and end all.
the flip side of that, though, is on a build-up phase, Ugarte is less effective from the stats. We don't
Not
know it
well. I
when
mean, he's not going to play up. He's like I said to you earlier. He's not going to play that long ball to break the lines. But to say he's
no,
ineffective is incorrect because he has the
I
best.
said it's
He has
not
the best
as
low.
as
He has the
effective.
best short range. He has the best short range passing completion rate,
Yeah.
even between him and Casemiro. So understand what you're saying. Building up is not long passes, right? Building up is short, intricate passes out from the back, and he will be very, very good in that situation because it will be players knocking it about right there. You understand? So you can look at it from both sides because in one way he might not offer the long pass, but
Hmm.
in that build-up phase where the players in mid-short range to him, right?
Yeah.
He will be the best because his pass completion rate show that.
So yeah, so that or as we're listening to Husla's post match interview. So when a team is preparing for us, they know that, okay, let Ugarte. That's the weakness in our system. If we have Ugarte in a build up phase, it's like, oh, okay, this guy will probably go for the safer pass. So you can organize your press in a way that you're advantaging yourself and allowing Ugarte to be the person to make the mistakes with the passing lanes that will be open won't be the short ones. You know what I mean?
I think you guys are too quick to judge because when Casemiro came
Exactly.
to the league, uh,
Hmm.
by the way, bots, just be honest, right? For once, uh, swear on your mustache, okay? You have crimes against you, anyways. So when Casemiro came in, did you know he has a long ball pass?
No, because he wasn't doing that at Real Madrid as much.
Exactly my
Exactly.
point. So Ugarte over there is not doing what he can possibly do. We
Hmm.
just don't know yet. Maybe there
And
is a
he's
side
young.
to him.
And he's young. He's got.
He's young. He can develop.
Sure.
There's progression. There's a higher ceiling. Yada yada. Whatever you want to call it. But yeah, let's just
Okay.
not judge too quick. It's just if you look at it, okay, just on paper or face value, if you just start looking at this signing as an upgrade on McTominay, you will be calm in your head.
All right.
Thank you,
That's
Ronald. Thank you. Finally, because this is all I was trying to say to Papi before that it's possible that he could improve. He could show us different levels. You know what I mean? But
hmm
like I say, Papi, what you can't we can't always pick certain things and complain about. It's one of those things where we have to at least do one. You know what I mean? Because we complaining a lot about the possibilities of how they call that thing. We complain a lot about the passing lanes, right? But
hmm
you can't predict and say all the passing lanes that will be available will only be long ones. You understand what I'm saying? You can't
No,
say all the
I was giving an
you can't
example
also
of
say that his passing the balls that he passed is only safe.
yeah.
Now the reason why I'm saying that is because we don't know for sure. He could come and fit in the system and everything could work amazingly. And this is why I say like in what Husler is saying, because
Yeah.
that's how it's pronounced the umlaut,
Yeah, you
right?
say it again?
Husler.
Herzler. Okay.
So how what he was saying, right? You could take it with a pinch of salt because at the same time when he said when the game became open,
Hmm.
right, it was
It
a
favors United.
situation where it was unfavorable to them. But
Yes.
you translated that as a basketball game. But that's not necessarily what it means. Because if you watched the Real Madrid game last night, it was open for like the entire game. especially in the second half, and no one complaining about that. If you understand what I mean. So,
No, not
in
really, but go
I
ahead,
mean, no
fly
one
your plane.
complaining. So what I'm saying is at the same time, like I understand that we want to play a more possessive based style, but you have to also consider that we will also have transition moments, and in those transition moments, balls will go over the top. The game might be a little open. I mean, we're not playing Man City style of football. Man City for the entire game, they just play possession based, tiki taka, sides
Sure.
foot passing all the time. No matter if it take 10 hours to score a goal, they will do it. And that's just always look when they play Arsenal. But that is not our football. I feel
We
like
are
a lot of the I
transition
feel like
based team.
yeah, but possession based don't mean possession based exactly like that. That's a copy of that style. We're not copying that style, and that's the whole persona about everything. Like when you
Yeah,
look at possession based football have various different formations and various different ways it is played. It could be attacking, it could be counter attack, and
totally.
still be possession.
I think later on in that interview, in a post-match press conference, you hear Hersler saying that he does not like it when we play when Brighton plays transition
Well,
football
that is
because
Brighton. That is not
because it favors
United.
United. Exactly.
Exactly, and that's why. And listen, understand, you don't understand what he mean by that. He mean by that when the game was open, United was in control. Is basically what he's saying without saying it directly to give any props to United, bro. Let me be honest, and let me be not because he don't like it means it's not good. He is one coach. He
No, no, no,
coaching a
no.
different style of football, and that's exactly what he
Listen to
said.
that press conference, Mark,
I
properly
did
because
listen to it, bro. You played
I
it here
feel like
first. I watched it twice. So I watched it before and I watched it when he played it just now. And he said when the game was open, it was unfavorable to Brighton. He didn't like that.
exactly the
And
point that I was.
okay, that's a positive for United, bro. Because if it was unfavorable to them, means it is favorable to us. That is what you missing. You missing that
No,
completely.
no, no. I think you're not understanding that I was saying that. But all good, all good, all good. We don't need to dwell on the opposition manager's press conference. Guys, Casemiro Biku says Casemiro is destroyer and Ugarte is more like circulator. Oh, another term in there. Uh,
Aye, aye, aye,
yeah.
aye.
What?
United fans, just relax, Paula.
we are
Yo,
we are
Bo-
like
keyboard
all of these
coaches,
terms.
why have
Bro,
we gone
guy.
away from both our footballers? What the hell is a destroyer, a
Incredible.
circulator? And tomorrow you tell me Rashford is John Wick.
Yeah, thank you, Ronald. Next time
Guys,
we're gonna be buying Thanos. We're getting Thanos to
Oh,
snap
Papi, big up
people.
to
I,
Biku, bro. Biku is a Liverpool fan actually, and he's joined my streams recently to talk football.
welcome to this community as well, Biku. Make sure you also support Sashiv's Kenny Fan TV. Dr. NHS, what's your channel? What's your channel? We have to support it now.
Actually, I've it's
Still looking
called the
for a
wait.
name.
No, it's called the waiting room, but I might change it. Okay,
Wait, what?
because I
Wait,
feel
wait,
like
wait.
the waiting room.
That's his cool.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel like it's a bit too medical. I'm thinking I might just make a whole different channel for United because the waiting room sounds
I
too health
actually, Papi, I
related,
Yeah,
you know.
Dr.
No,
NHS, I
actually,
can't
it
lie.
sounds right though.
If you just go on search the waiting room, you will get 25,000 videos and then your channel.
Yes, I know. I
That
Because
did
email
that and I
code for the
realized
key.
I'm struggling.
there's like there's like 25,000 other channels that's called the waiting room. So that's why I'm like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Oh well,
started typing
United
different.
waiting room.
I actually nearly heard the Emirates room, the
Yes.
Emirates room.
The Emirates.
Almost.
Did you say
No,
what?
no, no, Kenny
Almost.
K. Come on, come on, come
That
on.
was
No.
close.
You
I
could call
nearly
it
heard that.
The United room or something if she wants.
Yeah. Though I started there's a lot of surprisingly there's a lot of channels with the word United in it and I was like, "Oh my
Hmm,
god. This
hmm,
is
That's why I stayed away
so
from it.
hard."
yeah. But yeah, the waiting room is it's nice. I feel like
It's cool. I know.
yeah,
When
yeah.
someone suggested it, I was like, "That sounds so cool." I even tried typing the ER. That
Ooh.
bad idea.
The devil's
Mm,
way.
Guys,
Devil.
if you have an idea for Dr.
If you
NHS's
have an
name, please
idea,
we'll put it in
I
the chat.
do you know
What
what?
about Code Red? What about
uh,
Code Red?
Might have a DJ crew
yeah,
named Code Red, bro. It's a real Code Red.
Yeah, I have a whole list here. Do you know what?
What?
Give me tonight, tomorrow morning on
I
KG's
can
channel.
Okay.
I
I'll tell y'all my new channel name, okay?
We will be
So
there.
Oh,
you
if
guys
you want
will.
traction, just name yourself as Dr. United Wagering Room.
I
That's
mean,
actually
Because
putting it
but
putting it freely
a lot
is
of people
good.
would
I
search for United Doctor, and obviously you club them together. Might just put
yeah.
the first video of a Martial interview. You're good.
Seriously, the
Wow.
yeah, have doctor in it.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
I'm trying to. I don't know whether I want to put the doctor part of it or not. I'm still, but by tonight
No,
I'll have it
no,
up and
please put
running.
it. Please put it. You worked hard to earn that title.
Or
That
just
I
change it
that
to
know that's
United's
what my
Doctor.
parents are telling me. They're like, you spent 7 years in medical school. You do. They call me
Have
They
give a
don't
new
even call
name.
me daughter anymore. They're like, oh, doctor. In my dad's phone, I'm written as doctor. My name. I'm like, wow, dad.
How about the dressing room?
The dressing room. No, it sounds like
How
I'm
would
selling
people?
clothes or something. Like
Yeah, how would people know it's football?
it's
Yeah.
football, exactly. You have to, but give me
All
by
right.
tonight. I'll have it all up and running.
All
So
right.
tomorrow
Yeah.
morning on KG channel,
Okay.
I will tell
Oh
you
yeah, for
guys
sure,
what the
for sure,
name
We are
for
is.
sure.
launching the name. We'll be
So
there.
we're
We'll be there.
launching the
United
name because I
Doctors
realized
Waiting
in my
Room.
head I'm like, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
and you guys are actually giving me a kick up my ass because I've been trying to do this for 2 years now, and my cousin is sick and tired of telling me to do it. She's like, I'm not gonna
Mm,
mention it anymore. Just do it.
the doctor's surgery room. Hmm. Nah.
Happy? Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
All
Nah,
right.
bro.
All right.
But
Think about it. Ponder on
I'm
it.
thinking about it.
And you,
Honda.
anybody here, you will know tomorrow which one to subscribe to. The other channels to subscribe to is Halftime with Vegeta and Monk and MUFC. Guys, thank you so much for joining me in today's discussion. We're gonna try and do this Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And yeah, I'm also trying to be more consistent with just the content. There's also other things that we do on the channel, by the way, like quizzes on Friday. We always play the Kahoot, or sometimes football bingo. So make sure you hit the notification bell and support.
FPL as well.
Yes,
FPL as well.
yes, and also FPL. We also do the power predictions game. Where we compete against each other in the community, where we just like predict
Hey,
fixtures, and we have a little league. So big shout
I'm
out
just out in
to
FPL, bro. Hey, I
and
checked it. Hey,
hey, hey,
bro.
hey,
I forgot
hey,
my
hey.
FPL password, bro. I need to get.
bro, bro, this game week I probably jump up like 50, 60 places. I in the top 20 now, bro.
When I
100, I
got
score
85
108
points,
points this game week.
bro, I was
Yeah,
shocked. I was like, what's going on here?
it's crazy. Anyway,
Triple
guys.
captain Haaland, Ipswich.
Yeah, hopefully I need to go up in my I need to do better with my
You gotta
um
wait for the Ipswich return fixture, puppy.
sure
Save your
sure
triple captain.
I
Only
might need
Watkins
to do
ruined
the
my
wild
FPL.
card
I can't
now.
lie.
I need to do the wild card. Also,
Watkins ruined my FPL.
another name to add to your short list, Dr. NHS. Just put Dr. NHS. Maybe consider that as well. Like
Yeah.
it's simple. It's you. It could be a name to consider while you're thinking tonight.
Doctor MUFC.
Dr. MUFC.
That's
Ooh.
not bad.
But then she can't
That's
talk
not
about
bad.
Arsenal games.
Yeah, but she
Wow.
can do it when we face them.
Wow.
All right.
Leave me
Just
alone.
we
She can talk
deserve
about it
better.
when we face them. Come on.
Ruined my FPL.
How about the football doctor?
Ooh, that's also cool. That's also cool. Guys,
I'm writing all of this down, guys. I'm writing it all down.
ponder on them. We will be here. We will support you. Anyway, we deserve better. My FPL is not looking good.
Have mercy upon us.
Big up to you, Vegeta, Ronald, Mark, Sashif,
Big up,
Dr.
big up, big up.
NHS, and 42 FC. Guys, my name is Bots or Botswana or Papi. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the like on your way out. And yeah, see you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you for this great discussion. And I think after today, it's safe to say we need more than just ugarte. I think somebody put it in the chat. And yeah, we need at least maybe Rabiot as well, or maybe, you know, just there's always a surprise player that we sign, you know, and you could say it was Lenny Euro this transfer window, but something tells me there's something in the works that we don't know about yet. Stay tuned. We'll talk about it more and when it happens. We're counting down till the end of the transfer window and also counting down to the game versus Liverpool. Let's be confident. Let's be confident. Peace.
Football Power Hour.